Good afternoon, passengers. This is your pilot speaking, and today I'll be bringing you a Maplestory funding guide. Now, this is going to be different than other people on YouTube simply because I'm honestly not sure how this works, but I'm giving you my spin on it, and hopefully it helps you out, and I hope you enjoy this. So, to start off, I'm going to show you how weak I actually am. With my link skills, I believe I have a 410k range. And right now you can see I'm not even there. But it's okay. And also, if you're like me and you don't have a teleport rock because you're broke all the time, this handy little dandy tool right here, you just press T if you haven't moved it from your hotkeys. Bring up the boss matchmaking. And it works very well. Sometimes it takes forever, like it's taken here. Yeah, this is taking too long. I'll be right back when it works, okay? See you in the next clip. Okay, finally. Finally. As you can see, I'm showing you that I have 0 Mesos to work with today. So we'll see how much I get by the end of this. And keep in mind, you can run most of these bosses 2 times a day. RA and Mag don't work like that. So basically whatever I get at the end of this, we're going to double it. And the first one up on the chopping block is Zakum. He's very easy to kill. You can start fighting him around level 100. He's kind of difficult at that level, to be honest, depending on your class, really. My Dark Knight had no problem with him. My Kana had a lot of trouble with him. But remember to loot all the items. And then second, I always like to run Hilla. Hilla's very easy. You just got to be careful. If you can't deal as much damage as I'm dealing, which isn't a lot, you will run into a damage reflect stage. And do not touch her while you're doing that. I've had many friends, when I was grinding with them at lower levels, they would just keep attacking and die and wonder why. But other than that, she's really easy. And I do believe, if I remember, she cuts your damage in half. And then next up is Horntail, one of my favorite bosses. I used to do this guy on my Bowmaster way back before, well, basically right before Big Bang. But Horntail is my favorite boss to do because he has so many moving parts, and also he gives you a lot of experience. So after you go through and kill both of these heads, it's going to put you in a room. Oh god. You know, I really hate when this happens when I'm recording on the fly. He also does that. The little symbol above his head means that any physical damage dealt is neglected to 1. So you would have to be a mage to get through that and keep hitting your full damage. But they did the same thing to mages too. Occasionally you'll run into one of them, and it's no biggie if you're a Dark Knight or anything that uses attack damage. So then, finish killing the second head. After that, you're going to go through the portal right here. And it's going to bring you into the final room. This is going to have a lot of moving parts, and he's going to hit a lot. But that purple gem there, you break it open, and that's what summons Horntail. Just use basic attacks. It's very simple. Be sure to always buff up. Even though I know he can't really hurt me, I still buff up completely just to speed it up and get out of there, because he will chunk your health severely if you're not careful. Also, one thing to keep in mind when I was doing this on my Night Lord, if you're a warrior class, he's fun. If you're on anything that can get knocked around and doesn't have a 100% stance, you're going to get really annoyed with this, because he will hit you every 3 seconds. And finally, wait for the heads to be able to be killed and everything. Go ahead and finish them off, because these heads do the negation as well for physical and magical damage. When you get to Chaos Zac, they actually do damage reflection, which is no fun at all. Be sure to go ahead and loot all the items. Next up will be RA the Queen. Now each one of these bosses only gives you about a mil, But it's really good to learn their mechanics so that later on you can run it for your CRA gear, which is going to be your level 200 gear. The buy-in to get into that is around 200k, which is insane. Correction, I mean 700k. And that's insane because even I'm not there. I was lucky to have a guild help me. And then next will be the Useless Clown. This guy's very easy to fight. One of the keys that you need to know to kill him actually is that if he's red and you have a red hat on, do not attack him. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. Another key factor is to dodge the hats that fall down. You will get trapped in them and you will die. Unless you break out in time. See, I just keep getting caught in them. I'm not used to being on my Dark Knight anymore and having no mobility whatsoever. And then next after this guy is going to be Von Bon, the chicken. Yes, you will go down in history as a chicken slayer. Now this guy has very fun mechanics. Not right now because I'm super strong compared to him. But when you're at a lower level, you always want to bring in somebody to help you out because this guy's mechanics get pretty freaky. He can teleport you around the map, jump up in the air and kill you, and also do that. And then lo and behold, the guy that I still struggle with on a daily basis is going to be Vellum. This guy disappears and comes back constantly, and he is a pain in the butt to fight. If you get hit by him, it slings you way, way back into the back. He's got pillars falling from the sky, and if you get hit by those, you get stunned. It's a constant dodging game. As you can see what I mean, I'm basically bouncing around the entire time, trying to stay alive pretty much. Now, he will have some phases where he stays above ground and drops poison down on you or shoots out giant flaming balls of stone. And he'll also do this. You can hit him when he's doing this, which is really nice. You can't really do much damage, but it's nice. And see, don't get hit by him because he'll throw you back. And do not get touched by those because unless you are Dark Knight, you will die. Also, a little cool fact: when you're Dark Knight and you have and you get one shot, you can have a chance to go into a final stage, and it'll put a giant hourglass above you. You have to hit the enemy 30 times or kill 30 enemies within a certain time limit, which I didn't hit him enough, so I'm going to die. Hey, look at that. That's pretty cool. My chair's still with me even in death. But then we're going to move on over to Easy Magnus. And this guy is a pain in the butt when you are a lower level and you first unlock him. He drops giant molten balls of gas and purple gas and many kinds of gas. He hurts very bad. And Easy Magnus is the only one I can actually solo. In-mag is a little too difficult for me. But he doesn't drop very much, but he gives you something that you can sell to make Mesos. And occasionally he drops, you know, boss set gear and stuff like that. But, so we're going to go ahead and see how much I actually made. And if I remember correctly, I only did these guys once today, so you can do them twice. So now, double that. Except for the RA, so you're missing out on a couple of that. And then your EMAG, you can't do him more than once a day. So you come out with a fairly decent amount. I think when I do it, I make quite a bit of Mesos, at least 60 mil doing every boss that I can do physically possible. But as always, if you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next flight out. Peace!